die, but the third shall be left therein. And that's talking about the house of Israel, man. 1/3 of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered. 2/3 is going to be cut off and die. In this time right now, as we speak, there's 2/3 that are being sealed up to be destroyed, and a 1/3 that's going to be delivered, man. Okay. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. But they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. And that's what we're coming into. The Most High is looking for that elect, okay? That small remnant that's going to believe in him, not be like these 2/3 that rejected him, man. That didn't want to really know Yahawah Shem Yah. I'm not talking about the Bible, man. Have wisdom. The scriptures say the beginning of the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, man. The beginning of wisdom, okay? So the Bible, they knew that Yahawah Shah was coming. That's why it said, cease the Holy One of Israel before us, man. Okay? This is in the book of Baruch. Baruch chapter 3, verse 24. O Israel, how great is the house of the Most High, and how large is the place of his possession. Great and had no end, high and unmeasurable. Right? So I'm going to jump down to verse 35. I'll start at verse 34. The stars shined in their watches and rejoiced. When he calleth them, they say, here we be. And so with cheerfulness they showed light unto him that made them. This is our God, and there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him. Right? So there's nothing to be compared unto Yahawah Shem Yahushai, man. You know? Nothing is to be compared of Yahawah Shem Yahushai. No other gods. Okay? I don't know if your brother's going to be able to see me. I'm going to have to move the camera, brother, so just bear with me, man. Right, and that's what Israel did. You know, they felt that these other idols, all these other idols were, you know, greater than Yahawah Shai. You know, they're Yahawah. So that's why they went towards these other nations, man. They sought after their own lovers. But Yahawah Shem Yahushai ain't looking for that. He's looking for the men that really trust in Yahawah Shem Yahushai. Okay? So going back to Baruch chapter 3, verse 35. This is our God, and there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him. See, so nothing else can be compared unto Yahawah Shem Yahushai. Okay? Not no idol. Not Jesus Cristo, which is that white Jesus. That white Jesus is not what is spoken of in the Bible, man. Okay? Who the world English calls Jesus Christ is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. Okay? And a lot of people don't even understand that, man. But they still claim that they know the Bible. In order to know the Bible, you have to understand what the Most High Son looked like, man. And you have to accept him. Because you are not knowing the scriptures, man. The scriptures say, believe on me as the scripture has said. Okay? It says in Baruch 3 and 36, he hath found out all the way of knowledge, and had given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. You know? So Israel has been given 360 degrees of all wisdom. King Solomon had that, man. You know? It says, afterward did he show himself upon earth and converse with men. See? So Yahawah Shai is going to converse with those that accept him, man. that are seeking him. Let's go over here to Revelations. Revelations chapter 3, verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him, and will sup with him, and he with me. You see? So Yahweh Shem Shai is going to come and sup with those that are accepting him, that want to accept him. You know? And he's going to be found with those that tempt him not. Okay? That are being diligent, and seeking, going through the word, the Bible, you know, finding out the mysteries of the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai. Because the mysteries of the kingdom of the gospel is not revealed to everybody, man. Because for 400 or 500 plus years, that old plantation Christian doctrine has always been preached, saying John 3:16, the Lord died for everybody. The Lord didn't die for everybody, man. Else, where did the sinner appear? If that was the truth, where does the sinner appear? Because somebody has to die, man. According to the Bible, somebody has to die. So that don't make no sense in that doctrine. Okay? But the Most High, the true worshipers of Yahweh Shem Shai are coming. Alright? And they're here already. I'm going to finish it with this. In the book of John chapter 4. It says, John chapter 4 verse 21, and Yahweh Shai said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. You worship you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Right? So the word Jew is a derivative from the word Judah, which Judah in the Hebrew is Yahawah, which means praise the Most High or thank Yahweh, man. That's where they get the word Jew, is from the word Judah, man. Okay? So the true worshipers of Yahweh Shem Shai are going to be here, are waking up now. It says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. And a lot of people don't worship the Lord in truth. They worship him with vain lips, man. Lip service. Their heart is far from him, man. Okay? It says, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Yahawah is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. See? So all those lip service Israelites back in the time, back in the day, that's what they were doing, man. They were just going through the motions. That's it. They didn't have faith. They didn't fear Yahweh Shem Shai. They went and did their own thing, like a dromedary traverse or a wild ass sniffing up the air. That's all they were like. They weren't locked in with Yahweh Shem Shai, aligned with the Spirit, and fear moving with the laws and commandments, man. Instead, they paved their own way. They made allegiance and amity with the other nations, the heathen. That's why he says in Jeremiah chapter 10, learn not the ways of the heathen, man. Those things will get you killed, man, destroy you. And that's why we're in the situation that we're in, man. Okay? So woe unto the rebellious house, man, because you reject the Heavenly Father's law, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay? It's time to wake up, man, and put on your true identity, your heritage, which is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. This is Romans chapter 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Now is the time to awake out of sleep. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, when you go into that word sleep, in the Greek is hypnosis. Basically, it goes back to the word hypnosis, because that's what a lot of our people are in, that state of a hypnosis, man, here in America. Okay? They do all this wickedness, this madness, committing heinous crimes against the Most High, committing adultery, lying, killing one another. That's what goes on here, man. It's time to wake out of that darkness, man, and come into the light, which is the light is what? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? That is Yahweh Shai. Ultimately, it's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is that light. Okay? It says, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Who is our salvation? Yahweh Shai. That's what his name is, man. Yahweh Shai means he is salvation, or he delivers. Either one. Okay? Because we know the Father's name is in Yahweh Shai, which means he is. Okay? It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let it be, put on Yahawah Shem Shai, man. You got to put on Yahweh Shai. Okay? Meaning that you're gonna hate this world. You're gonna hate every abomination vehemently. You're not gonna settle for anything that this place produces, man. You're going to be against it. Okay? And that's what the Most High, he was against the Roman Empire. Okay? Though he was wise in his actions, but he was against it. He wasn't for it. Okay? And you had wicked Israelites that loved that kingdom, man. They loved the world. Okay? They loved their oppressor. You know? Let me finish that one up in Isaiah then, since I made that comment. This is Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly in an instant, man. You see? Because you despise his word. So Yahawah is conveying this message to you, telling you through the mouth of the prophets or men of the Lord, telling you you're going to be destroyed, man, because you despise and you trust in oppression. You trust in your oppressor, man. You got that Stockholm syndrome embedded in you. You don't want to break out of that Stockholm syndrome. Okay? The scriptures say, never trust thine enemy, man. You have an enemy. There's an enemy that is living amongst us, man. That is ruling over us. It's like you have in the animal kingdom, you got a predator and a prey. So those prey, you know, have a predator that's watching over them, that live amongst them, man, that are seeking to devour their life. That's why the Lord likens Israel as a sheep, as a prey, and the enemy or the heathens as a lion, a devouring lion. But then you got 2/3 of our people that are the same way, a devouring lion, man. Even Yahawah is going to come as a predator to destroy the heathen as a lion. You know? But so, like, you can learn within just watching the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom are more, we have more intelligence, but the animal kingdom, they're set up. They know what they have to do. They don't go outside of what they're programmed to do, unless they got a demon on them. You know? But it says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as a breaking of a potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. See? He's going to break you and grind you to powder, man. Okay? Because you despise Yahawah. Yahawah is coming back as that one. Alright? He says that he's not going to meet you as a man. And he said that in what is it, Exodus chapter 15, that the Lord is a man of war. A lot of people think that the Lord ain't a man of war. The Most High, who you ignorantly call God and who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is coming back to shed blood, man. You can't negate that or debate it, because you'll get cut, man. This is in the book of Exodus chapter 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. And what is the Lord's name, man? What is the Most High's name? The Father. It's not God. It's not Yahweh, because that's Yiddish. What those fake Jews speak over there in Israel, they speak Yiddish. That's a compilation of different languages. All you have to do is do your research and you'll understand this. But the Lord, he is a man of war. The Lord of Sabaoth. What does that mean? The Lord of armies, man. He's coming back to deliver Israel with the strong arm. Who is his strong arm? His right hand is Yahawah, man, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. He's going to deliver his elect, that small remnant, out of this place, what you know as America. And the Bible is known as Great Babylon, man, the city of confusion. Okay? And nobody can prove that. Nobody can prove what I'm saying is a lie, because you don't study. The spirit of Yahawah has been put on you to know these things, man. Okay? When you go into the book of Revelations about Great Babylon, it's referring at that time of the Roman Empire. But what happened to the Roman Empire? It fell. Right? Rome fell. But now we're here to this very day, America. America is a rebirth of who? The Roman Empire. By way of what? The Renaissance period. When you look up the word Renaissance, it means rebirth. That's what that word means. When you go into that 7 heads of the 7 dragons, the one was wounded. That was the Roman Empire under Severius. What was the name? Severius. Yeah, he was a general. Severius. He's the one that caused that, man. During the Constantinople. And now, through the rebirth, is here in America, man. Okay? So that's where the Most High Son is coming back to deliver Israel. You Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, man. Okay? With the strong right hand, man. It says, Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Now I'm going to go to the gospel, because people say, oh, that's the Old Testament. That's when the Lord was mad. In the New Testament, the Lord loves everybody. Okay. I'm going to pull out something in the book of John. All right. In the book of Matthew, Salaki. The book of Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. You see? So the Lord said he didn't come down to send peace. He didn't come to restore the nation of Israel. He came to give a message, to be a living sacrifice for the sins of the elect, to bring them back, to reconcile them back to the Father. Okay? But he says, I came not to send peace, but a sword. You know? Let's go over here to the book of Luke. Let's see. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? See? So he came to send fire on the earth, man. And what will I be if it be already kindled? Meaning that it hasn't been. It's still waiting to be kindled, man. Okay, and that's going to be by way of the ICBM missiles, the Third World War. That third world that is spoken of in the book of Revelations, man. Okay? It says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. So the Lord said he didn't come to send peace on the earth, man, but rather division. Because the most Yahawah, who the world enemy calls Jesus Christ, he's coming back to deliver his people, man. The same way with Pharaoh. Pharaoh didn't want to let his people go. So what did Yahawah had to do? He had to destroy them by way of 10 plagues, man. Ultimately putting them to death in the Red Sea. No? Same thing with in our time, man. It's going to be a great destruction. Okay? Let's go over here again to the book of Luke. And I'm just proving that in the Old Testament and the New Testament, they coincide with one another. The New Testament recites the Old. This is Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those my enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. You see? So the New Testament speaks about Yahawah being a man of war, man. Okay? And he's coming back to deliver his people. And it's going to be by way of a fight. I can bring out more, but I'm going to bring out this one in Joel. Alright, Joel chapter 3. Going into that. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Well, I'll start at verse 12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. See? The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But Yahawah will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. You see? Meaning that the Most High is coming back to fight, man. He's at the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is also known as Megiddo, Armageddon. Okay? There's going to be that great war. And you cannot tell me that it's not going to happen, man. Okay? because the Bible already said it's going to happen. So I hope it was edifying to some of you brothers. Till next time, I want to say Shalom.